Welcome back to Last Stream World Unknown, where we have a grappling hook that can help take us through the mountainous rocky pass to get to Wystonia. And we're picking right back up where we left off last time. And the battle music in here is kind of exciting. I guess we probably had this last time, but I didn't remember this battle music offhand. Seems pretty good. In any case, my guys, for the most part, are still doing a good job being able to finish off any of the monsters in here. That's right, we actually had a boss battle last time where we defeated a worm and got some cool rings. And yeah, now we're just trying to explore. And I don't know how many branching paths there'll be here. Okay, looks like there's going to be one here. Let's read this to start. Free trade is the pulse of an economy. Let this ancient trade route continue to bring together the nations of Firma. There's a few different directions to go here. I'm going to do the follow the left wall thing once again. So we'll see what we discover. Hey, 2 treasure chests. That's what I like to see. Demonic Shadow Bomb. And a Magma Blast Bomb. Alright. And is there anything else along this path? Ooh. Why is there like a double grappling hook thingy here? That's kind of weird. Let's use the grappling hook once again. Whee! Hey, more treasure chests. And more mining bombs. Terrific. Emerald Whip. Okay, but it's a low-grade stuff. Alright, looks like I'll need to find my way back. Back at the intersection, let's try going down this route next. This feels like the way that would possibly lead to the exit on the other side of the tunnel. Just assuming kind of like the geography of the outside world translates to inside this place. But in any case, we're getting some more good loot. Or at least some more loot. Is it good loot? I suppose so. I'm happy to have more things. There are many more directions to go. Alright, well, I'll keep following the left wall. Okay, we found another one of these things. That usually means I'm going to push it over. The rock formation appears unstable. Push on it? Yes. Alright, so maybe we will, I see, be able to tie the grappling hook to it later. Okay, so it was fortunate that I came this way first. Let's try going down this way next. Okay, that's a dead end. Let's continue down over here. Ooh, I see treasure chests over there. I see the treasure chests and I want them. I want them now. Doesn't matter if there's good stuff in it or not. I just want to open them. And I guess that does kind of really matter to me in some great sense, because it means I'll be able to get closer to kind of like maxing out the achievements in the game or something. So I want treasure chests, not just to get the stuff that's inside of them, but also to be able to kind of get all my achievements and different things. Alright. It's like a score, basically. Hey, there's treasure chests over here with... Yeah. I was kind of hoping, since I had to do more work in order to grapple over there to get those treasure chests, that there was going to be more reward. But it seems that I am not so lucky. Watch the cutscene. Okay, yes. You feel the ground drop out from under you and fear that you've mistimed the grappling hook shot. Fortunately, it's just another vision of times long past, and you slip into a deep slumber. Chapter 7, The Treaty. This is in the distant past. Okay, right. We had these guys, like, fighting the elves, I think, or something. Fendar, Chief General. Surrender or die. We will hold no enmity for you or your people, but your murder of the young races of Firma ends now. Asmodeus. Who are you to command us? We are the stronger species, and we have greater claim to these lands. You would make us subservient to them? Findar, Chief General, we have no wish to enslave you to the young races, but we cannot abide your violence. Then what would you have of us? I only came for the glory and safety of my people. Swear that nothing shall befall them or imperil their freedom, and I shall surrender to you. Return to your great volcano, and you shall be free to rule yourselves without intervention from us. The younger races will never reach you. Then you doom us. Our blessed mountain of origin is too small for our proud race. Many will perish. It's our destiny to expand into the overworld. Such pathetic races should not be allowed to live upon our lands. What interest is it of yours to enable the weak to thrive? We seek harmony among all races. If we permitted your presence among the young races, a millennium would find Firma with not 5 races living, but only one, yours. Our cosmic quest for harmony supersedes your destiny. Agree to return to your mountain, and your kind may live. A wretched false choice. Die quickly now, or slowly later. You say you seek harmony, yet you freely slaughter and imprison my race. We reject your ignoble cause, but surrender to your greater power. So be it. Our treaty is agreed. Alright, so the elves managed to basically beat them. We're saved. Heavenly light has shone upon us, and in the dark forces have received from whence they came. Your Majesty, we must now turn our attention to the plight of the refugees. After we directed all resources to our soldiers, many elven citizens died of starvation, and large masses of goblins have fled to the foulest bogs to hide. I know my people have suffered, while elven soldiers were fed. I hope some will understand that the sacrifice was worthy. Please, direct any available food supplies to the remaining refugees, regardless of race. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll get to work immediately. And Elven General, no one knows who or what stopped the approaching horde. Interesting. Perhaps they were our guardian angels. No matter, we cannot control such grand angels nor the tormenting demons, so maybe the elves by themselves were not enough to stop them. We must focus our energy on rebuilding our cities and villages immediately and direct aid to the humans and goblins who lost their capitals. Keep the soldiers conscripted. Have them work in the reconstruction effort. Excellent idea, though likely unpopular. I've respected you as a warrior, but you'd make a terrible politician. Never have I received a compliment so honest and gratifying. It may take decades to return to normalcy. Hopefully greater peace. Allies with the races. Post-war reconstruction. Alright. Demons and guardian angels? 2 alien forces with powers beyond comprehension. Is the war really over? Alright, and now we're back to these guys. We've constructed this symbolic gate. Of course, there's a gate. As a reminder of your commitment to stay in your subterranean home. If we see each other again, it will mean the end of your species. We will never forget our fallen brethren nor who imprisoned us, but we shall remain here as agreed. Good, now lead your people inside. Okay, so they all had to go live inside the volcano. And of course they're sealed in there with a gate. And I'm sure for the entire rest of that game, the rest of this game, the gate will remain closed and there'll be nothing to worry about from those guys. What do you guys think? Okay, this did bring us through. There was more inside the mountain. And so I am actually, yeah, I'm going to go back through and just explore a couple of the places that we didn't explore yet, because there's still a few treasure chests, and even if they're not very good treasures, they're probably going to be relatively easy to get. Here are some treasure chests with Vaccine Ring. I already have that. Thunder Ring. Presumably prevents against thunder damage. So not too exciting, but we have it. And here are the other chests that I spied earlier. Giant Magic Potion, Medium AP Orb, and a full SP Orb. Okay, I think that might be everything. There actually were a few more treasure chests, so I'm glad I was thorough. This was the last path that I had to search. And a few more potions. Alright, I'm happy to have gotten them. Okay, we're back out of the mountain pass. Ooh, there's like some kind of crazy spirals. What's the word I'm looking for? Whirlpools going on in the lake around Wystonia. They look cool. I think I've fought all of these enemies before. They're a little bit harder, but they're still pretty reasonable. That ogre guy in the back can hit really hard, as I recall. Ouch. Yep, there he goes. Ogre's Club. All right. But that's okay. I can finish him off. Monk can hit him for like 7,000 hit points or more. And we're in good shape. Okay, so we managed to get past the outpost. And so it's kind of ironic, right? that they put up all these walls to shut everybody out. But we managed to get on through just fine. We fought a boss in there even. Okay, and this is the guy that we brought along from the Goblin Town. That voyage was outrageously dangerous and not at all direct. I expect more from a warrior band such as yourselves. Here, 10 gold and not a single coin more. Clench your mighty grasp around this ungrateful merchant's neck. Yes, that was worth more than 10 gold. Guards! Oh, poop. I guess I should have seen that coming. Alright. Well, now we're fighting Wystonia guards. They are probably going to be quite tough, I would guess. How tough do I think they're going to be? Let's start with standard fighting technique and see how it goes. Okay, they have a lot of hit points. They hit pretty hard. But if that's as hard as they can hit, I should be able to, like, out-heal them. And let's see. Yeah, I did a lot of hit points to that one. He's still alive. So let's try some other tactics. Dancing daggers to hit everybody. Let's try... Oh, I don't have any magic points left. Alright, so let's just try... Okay, that guy's almost dead. So let's hit this one, say. Let's do a heal so that we can heal up the whole party. And we used fire. Let's try ice against these guys. Ouch. Alright, they're dealing some damage, but the good news is now I'll be able to deal some damage back. Didn't manage to steal anything. Oh, great potion. Alright, that's better than nothing. Ice actually did pretty well against them. Fantastic. And I'm healing back up. Okay, I'll survive this battle. Alright, the guards have been defeated. Fine, 500 gold, but you're nothing more than a common bandit. Fair enough. Grab this swine's ample purse? Yes, let's see what happens this time around. Hey, 25,000. I shall regard your thievery as a loan, and I expect repayment at a 30% rate of interest per month. You hear me? Okay. We just managed to get all that money. Alright, he's just going to say the same thing. Great! And now we're at Wystonia, and we only had to kill 4 people just to get through the door and feel like we got paid. Oh, it's so silly. I'd heard stories of the lower and upper cities of Wystonia, but until you're here, you can't truly appreciate the awesome grandeur. Just last night, I climbed the stairs to the roof of the inn and enjoyed dinner while looking out over Wystonia Lake. It was an experience not easily forgotten. Alright, sounds like the stairs of the inn are going to give us a good overlook view. Let's talk to some folks. A tedious meteorologist. Looks like the weather will be sunny and warm throughout the duration of the Decadal World Council. Of course, it's difficult to predict that far into the future, but there are no signs of any pressure fronts moving in. Did you know atmospheric refraction is responsible for twilight? I performed some experiments about the angle of the sun below the horizon and found... As he drones on, you stop listening. Aw. He's working hard. Irate Sailor. Surely the elves aren't angry about the gate closing. Their kind still have free access to the Cattle World Council, but what about humans and goblins? What makes the elves so sure that the trouble is not among their kind? Why not just increase the security at Wystonia Main Gate? I haven't heard a good answer from an elf to that question yet. Sign-in sheet for inn residents. A Moa Seeker? Yes, yes, yes. Moa taming. Old tomes on Moa taming at the Wystonia Library. A flying Moa. I see. Alright. So is that like the black chocobo in Final Fantasy IV? That would fly around? My husband is dead, gone. He was on travel in Rockwood when it was razed to the ground. What am I to do now? I simply don't know how to live without him. That is quite the sad story. Refreshing elixir. Like I'm like, your husband's dead. That's a very sad story. Move on. Video games. I do want to sleep at the inn, but just in case it's going to like trigger a flashback or some event happening or something, I'm going to walk all around town first. Puzzles fanatic. I hope Zeno will have time to see me during the next few weeks. He's a very busy man at the engineering lab, but surely he'd make time for his #1 fan. Share some puzzle story chronicles. All right. Diary of a Traveling Merchant. Every last gold piece and small inventory of basic items. To book passage from Rockwood to North Bay. We'll be leaving within an hour. Sailing for a couple days now, and I've already made a few sales. People bought my potions, etc., etc. Captain says we'll be arriving at North Bay. I'm so excited, I can barely contain myself. I'll bolster my inventory once we get back. Someone who came from North Bay before they closed the gates. Truly breathtaking. High art and architecture. Alright. I'm ready to be impressed. Dazzle me, Wystonia. Let's see, Volume 6. I think I missed Volume 5 somewhere, but that's okay. Alright. I wonder how long of a story it's going to be. A renowned pianist. Interesting. For every gem, there are at least 10 utter failures. An alarmed elf. The safety of the World Council is paramount. Alright, so he's worried that things aren't safe enough around here. Here's number 5. Alright. And what do we have here? Volume 4. Paid half of what I would have paid back at home. Alright, fantastic. Upstairs, we have... Alright. They bought half my stock and didn't flinch at the markup on price. I've made a good career choice. Oh, great! Glad to hear about the Goblin Sacred Tree that we had helped out. Alright. Hooray, we've changed the world for the better. Theopolis. Looking forward to setting up shop. Interesting. Researching the gradual decline of the catacombs beneath Valundra Castle. I know the royal authorities know more than they let on. We went down there, and I think that's where we found, like, the Thieves Guild in Valundra Castle in the catacombs. Now it's Forsaken Ground, guarded by the Royal Guard. Or that might be the thing that was in the upper right, where I did not fight with the guards to try to get in. But perhaps we will need to go back there. The established merchants have a stranglehold on the marketplace in Theopolis. Can't establish shop there. Alright. All of a sudden, the story has turned on our traveling merchant. Alright, but he set up shop just outside the city walls. And sells to the people as they're coming in the door. Doing great. Price is not as good as North Bay. Alright, but basically we're just hearing the life story of buying and selling. Alright, what was this? Hold on. Sent some thieves to rough me up and steal my stuff. I see. Just as I was getting bored, all of a sudden the story got exciting. Dark Army. Alright, heading to Ugbar. Fascinating. Dealing with the goblins is difficult. They keep trying to give me junk in exchange for my wares. However, that may prove good for future practice. Alright. Who is this guy? Is this going to be Zeno the Puzzle Man? No, it's a mercenary ninja. Hello, friend. I gathered what orphans I could find from the woods of Rockwood, and once secured, I departed for Wystonia to serve as guardian of this great city and its inhabitants. His name is Daniel. Each night I silently pass through Wystonia Forest and wait. Darkness is coming, and soon. Alright. Okay, now we get into some shops and things. It's possible that I might have some new, like, synthesis recipes, and this place might sell. Yeah, it looks like all the usual kind of stuff that they're selling here. Anything here? Nope. here's a synthesis place. So let's see if there's any new recipes that I can do amazing things with. Mercurial Sword. Increases crit chance. The Auric Dagger. I reported it, and I think they're going to fix the bug. That was a number of episodes ago, but it was only 1 day ago. And there hasn't been a new game update yet, but I imagine that one's going to get fixed. Unlucky Axe. Cunning Spear. Increase the rate at which skill points are earned. I see. That was the thing I was wondering if it was a fishing spear at one point in time. And let's see. Anything else new down here? Ward Shield. Increases magic defense. It's kind of an upgrade from a Ruby Shield. That might be good. Am I using the Ruby Shield right now? I'll have to go and check. Conjuring Hat. Increases magic defense. And that would be just about it. So Conjuring Hat and Ward Shield. Let me check on my equipment really quick. No, I think I'm happy with my equipment how it is. So let's move on to just finding loot all around this place. Here's a pub. Dwarven Metallurgist. Dancing Flames. If I can imagine it, I can craft it. Rejoining the mighty Tyrfing. The sword was broken centuries ago. Half the sword is kept by the Dwarven King in Svarda. The other half was lost on North Aldrin. The Hilt of Tyrfing. So it sounds like some kind of crazy sword, and we will have to find the hilt somewhere on North Aldrin. All I can imagine is maybe a treasure map will lead us there. We've already been all around North Aldrin. I'm not going to make a note of it because I don't think there's anything actionable yet. But we'll try to remember that. Actually, maybe I should write that that dwarf is here in Wystonia, in the pub. Let me make a note of that. Tenacious Dwarf. I'm asking you, how have the elves survived so long? They have a distaste for battle and build ill-defended, plump targets and call them cities. They're rightly worried about the Dark Army. I might attack them myself. There's some good loot there. I could have my pick. Alright. That sounds like how we expect dwarves to be. Best party in Furman. It's not going to end for weeks. Alright. Forget the council. We're just here for the party. Great. I appear to be like on some like lower level street that's like... Oh, I'm above. I see. I'm on like a sky bridge up here. Okay, cool. Humans are too eager to fight. With their culture, tales of glory and conquest are spun by the old and offered up to the young for its inspiration. Bravery when confronting a mighty enemy is extolled to all. The result is expected and sad, mere children enlisting and discarding their lives in the pursuit of glory. Don't they realize how soon 75 years of living expires? Are you waiting for the great Wagner too? No, but it sounds like a music guy. You're truly missing out, my friend. Oh, maybe I'm him. Play the organ, yes. Stop playing, yes. I've learned to react to that prompt accordingly. Here's a nice little piano tune. I'm quite the pianist. All right. We've added to the number of pianos and organs around the world that we have played. Must collect most of the achievements. That music is lovely to my ears. Here's something for your troubles. Silence ring. It's great to hear that youth are still interested in the arts. Is that an ironic gift? I guess I'm kind of like following along the right-hand side at this point now. Ooh, what is this? Community garden. Should I go down inside here? Is this just going to take me down into someone's attic or something? Massive potion, that's great. Yeah, this will take me back down here. Oh gosh, there's going to be so many places to go. I see, that's the stairwell. Apartment 21, northeast. All right. We're happy people get together, getting along. I'm happy too. And yeah, I don't feel like trying to steal more stuff right now. Apartment 1-1 Northeast, okay. Let's see. I will try to get things out of a chest. We got a bunch of money. And Ultra Bubble Tonic. But no one seems to be here. And those are the stairs I just came through, I guess. Apartment 12. Who are you? Do you come into everyone's house uninvited? Yes, I do. I think there's even a word for it in these games. I can't think of what it is, though. Like hero's privilege or something? Basically, you know, when you're playing one of these video games, like you're the hero of the world and you just do whatever the heck you want and there really aren't consequences, and so it leads to behavior that would be inappropriate in the real world but makes perfect sense in video games. You know what I mean. Alright. Ooh, deluxe fishing spear. Does he have a recipe for me? A master of fishing who can catch the giants of the sea. How could anyone possibly catch a Leviathan? Leviathan, you say? Do you think we'll be finding that at some point later in the game? I sure do. Alright. Oh, here's a goblin. Spin casting goblin. Alright. He's found his own spot for fishing. This place is huge, and I'm not necessarily taking a measured route through the whole area. Have I been in here already? Is this the guy? Nope, this is somewhere I have not been. This looks like children learning to be magicians or something. Who are you? When I learned that 2 children with unusual powers had been abandoned at the Wystonia border, I had to investigate. It's rare for humans to possess magical capabilities. Incredibly rare to have the power these 2 kids do. They're twins. They'll live much longer than normal humans. That may be difficult for them to accept. Straddle the realities between human and elf. The pink twin says, I'm pleased I have my brother. Scary having all this power. And the blue twin says, our parents abandoned us when we were babies because of our magical abilities. The elf took us in and taught us not to injure others. Okay, well, there's quite the story. And we managed to steal some nice things. So that's great. What else do we have over here? Indecisive Goblin. World Council's smart, so me come here to ask them question. Not sure what they look like, though. Humans say we ask dumb question, and elves say nobody ever ask a dumb question. First question we have for World Council is, who writes? Alright, that is pretty funny. There's like a little mouse hole here. Can I talk to it? Oh, had a large SP orb. Alright, I'm glad I did. I thought perhaps I was going to find a mouse. Lucky Goblin. They take out big weapon, run away fast. The only reason I make it back. I see. Someone tried to rob him along the way. Ancient Trade Route, Volume 2. The bridges were destroyed as defensive measure by the elves and have never been rebuilt. Oh, so some of the bridges that are out maybe have been defensive measures? We've encountered a number of bridges that were out kind of throughout the whole land. And so maybe that is an explanation of that. Guild devotee. He adores the Mercenaries Guild. Well, then you'll adore me. He naturally established a new outpost southeast of Theopolis. I see, so perhaps in case we hadn't found it, it's giving us directions of how to get there. There have always been scouts in the major cities. They report back to the guild. I'd love to meet them, but I'm terrified of leaving the safety of Wystonia. Some people are doers and others are just admirers, huh? Alright, well, it's nice to meet a fan. Guild scouts don't approach the target, they just report back. Okay. So that's how we hear about all these monsters all around all the lands of Firma that we can occasionally go and kill. And one more over here. Actually, 2 more over here. Goblin Paganism. They have a dark past that they have hoped to hide. In terms of their reverence of nature. Goblin occultist. Old religion. They don't talk about the old religion. Oh, not forever that way. Goblin ruin land with idol to old religion and then realize great error of way. So perhaps the Tower of Pestilence that was causing the desert effect on the eastern portion of Ugbar is a remnant of that old religion? That seems plausible based on what we've learned of the lore of this place. Oh, the Grand Ugbar Pagoda still stands as a monument to the ancient religion. Okay, so maybe the Tower of Pestilence is not it? Is this the pagoda that we visualized, that we visited? No goblin will go within 10 miles of the old pagoda. Alright, interesting. Learning more about bits of history here. Okay, here's another stairwell that goes back up. What are these? They look cool. They're glowing orbs. Oh, I see. I already talked to you. And then I went down there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get lost in this place. It's very big. Ooh, this is a beautiful place. I like this. Satisfied outdoorsman. Very heart of the largest city, engulfed by the full splendor of nature. This park dates back centuries. You can feel the age of these old-growth trees. Indeed, I like this park a lot. Neat, the butterflies can like fly above your head. Cool. Oh, there's a goblin right here. He was green. He blended in. Alright, Sacred Tree kind of encompasses everything. It's like all life. Transplant the Tree of Life to this rooftop. That would make this place even more amazing. He wants to dig up the tree. Alright. Alright, thinks they're paying too much attention to the tree. Let's see. I guess I'll go down through these apartments. This is going to be a big place to explore. And I do want to explore all of it. Because there are so many people to talk to. And so many treasure chests to rob. Alright, the World Council has tough problems they have to deal with in terms of their decision making. Yep, makes sense. What do we have over here? We have letter addressed to the World Council demanding additional troops. Okay. More elixirs and things. Yeah, I don't feel like talking to all the furniture in here to try to find a few more trinkets. Let's see. Many folk stories and superstitions. Includes embellishment. Oral account is not equivalent to properly documented historical fact. But when these myths result in no harm, I see nothing to criticize. Alright. You have kind of an elaborate house, and so that makes me think there's going to be at least one good piece of treasure in here that I have to walk around and find. But perhaps I'm wrong. One ultra bubble tonic. Guess that's better than nothing. Okay, so the park was just... It was on the rooftop of this place, right, and I just kind of came back down to the ground floor now. Oh, right. Someone... Oh, right, there's an arena here, apparently. Right, we've been up there. Oh, man, this place is huge. What is this building? This is the library. Not going to read all the books in the library, but I will talk to some folks. Goblins deserve sympathy. Their land is riddled by desert and badlands. When I read about the Tower of Pestilence, okay, was a magnificent obelisk meant to appease the gods of their religion. Okay, so I was right. Built in the forest. Not even the goblin tribes recall why their ancestors abandoned the Tower of Pestilence and their religion, nor why the forest started to slowly die around the tower. And so their newfound reverence of nature is trying to atone for their past sins. Okay. The importance of bow accountability. Don't leave your bow unattended. Alright. Some hooligan ripping pages out of library book. Soldier's Journal. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Here's an old man who's a historian. Polluted grounds and castle that lies to the east of Theopolis. Yes, I saw that on the map. I didn't try to go over to it. Talented inventor. Oh! Okay, so there might be an inventor in those polluted grounds east of Theopolis. It would eat away at the hull of any boat or raft. Alright, so at some point in the future, perhaps I'll have another craft that's actually able to get there. Alright, we got our usual map. Welcome to the library. Rare items exhibit is currently on display on the south end of the second floor. Thanks for the info. Disease. First goblins became ill. So deadly was the plague that it's been abandoned ever since. No one knows the source of the disease. There's no one to tell the tale. Tragedy of fire. All right. Wonders of the world. Now Agni has stood for so long. There's one more book over here that I think I didn't take a look at. Oh, bow accountability, right. Okay, let's go up to the second floor, assuming that there's no other people among the books back here. What is this one? That's more Soldier's Journal. We are not reading that. Sounds like it's going to have 50 volumes. An arrogant scholar. Through superior intellect, I have unearthed some fabulous new facts about the early days of Goblin society. In fact, you are speaking to the preeminent expert on Goblin culture. I usually only speak to large audiences, but I'm feeling exceptionally generous today, so I'll honor you with a few tidbits of knowledge. Early Goblins were not so reverent about nature. Religion focused on death. Yes, I've heard about this. They built several monuments. The pagoda, which still stands. There's an invisible barrier near the entrance that bars entry. Yep, I've been there. I visited the site, so have I, and found the barrier is very real and feels cool to the touch. I shall crack the code and figure out how to pass through the barrier. Alright, you do that. Perhaps I will do it first, then I'll come back and tell you about it. A Boy's Dream. Is this volume 1 of that? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to read that either. Okay, there's a rare items exhibit that we need to check out. Each race has a secret. Sarno, yes, I've been to the Sarno mine, and I don't have a key to get inside. But we know that it's one of their dark secrets. Had Sarno achieved his bid to control Holdra, he would have exterminated all the other races. I see. Alright. What do we have here? Library guards. I see. Look and appreciate, but don't touch. Can I interact to look and appreciate? I'm pressing the button. It's not doing anything there. I see. Perhaps this is explaining to me what I'm looking at. Okay. Yes, yes. Alright, so I guess I don't need to actually walk up and look at a skull of an unknown species. Many characteristics of Elven Skull, but elongated and 50% larger. That sounds kind of like the veneer monsters who were trapped in the volcano now or something. Alright, some unknown writing. Crystals might amplify magic spells. Largest ruby ever discovered. Can't interact with it either. I was just wondering if possibly since I have a thief in the party, maybe I'd be able to steal it. Okay, this brings us back up to the roof up here. I'm sure there's still some places in town that I have not explored. So let me just try to walk around and find some new spots. Oh, here's a treasure chest with the potion. And we have a weapon shop, which just sells emerald stuff. That is not interesting to me. Same thing with the armor shop. Fair enough. Who are you? Valundra is a beautiful example of class and elven architecture, and yet it cannot compete with the reverence one feels when looking at the floating fortress. Who could be its architect? Only 500 years ago that we discovered the answer. The veneer. In the early days of the elves, the floating fortress was thought to be the house of the gods, but such myths have faded into superstition. I believe the reality of the veneer's authorship is more astounding than conjuring up gods for an explanation. Dragon fountains? Okay, who do we have up here? A perceptive elf. Enjoys looking at the goblins. Their strength in numbers is fundamental to our survival. Interesting. Okay, so we got a stairway that's going to take us down through this apartment building. And I may have to break this up because there's a lot to explore in Wystonia, and so it might end up becoming multiple episodes. Let's see. I just came through the stairwell, so now I need to go down here. It's a dwarf. Humans are the best of the lot. Their pride will condemn them to endless internal wars, and he doesn't think much of the other races. Alright, fair enough. I'm kind of partial to humans myself. Can't imagine why. And in here we have... Remorseful Emigrant. Moved here from Rockwood, and I feel terrible for my departure when they needed me most. Aw. Alright, I don't feel like looking around this house. Hello, Goblin. He's meditating. Listens to the sacred tree. Tried to tell an elf about it, and the elf said, "Why don't you go tell the other goblin?" Elves don't often have much patience for goblins, it seems. Have I talked to you? People here too busy to talk. You ask what they ate and if they find new treasure. Not here. Everyone rushing, rushing, rushing. Don't they want to know about treasure I find in their room? Ah, that's good. What is this place? Wystonia Arena. Okay, I'm curious about the arena. I'm going to go into an extra save slot. Let's find out what the arena is like. All your dreams of greatness can come true by fighting within these hallowed halls. Would you like more information? Yes, give me the overview. Recovery rooms, armory, kitchen, stock room. Second floor is shops. Lounge, owner's residence. Actions in the basement. The arena cup and the ladder system. Good luck. Okay, this sounds similar to something that was in the first last stream game, and it was a good way to get loot and level up if you were just kind of in the mood to grind. And so I might try out a little bit of it, but probably not in this episode. So maybe we will try to finish up just by talking to people in this area. And then maybe next time we'll actually try fighting in the arena at least once or twice. Battle is won or lost before the fighting even begins. Alright, what do we have here? The armory. But it's just kind of like looking. It's not a place that's going to be selling us arms. Kitchen. Don't become a chef unless you truly love to cook. It's tireless work. People need to eat all day. I hear ya. Seasoned gladiator. Experience is key. Research the beasts. Watch others beforehand. Alright. Got a goblin. Ooh, this bed cursed. Sleep here, have strange dreams. Interesting, but sometimes no dreams. Oh, and look, this bed is like enchanted. Okay. Let's update our save slot. I'm going to try to talk to the bed. This bed looks ominous. Do you dare to dream? More information. The secrets of this room remain shrouded in mystery. Perhaps later? I'm pretty interested in that, but I don't want to do it right at the end of an episode. So I think I'll park myself there at the end of this episode, and the beginning of next episode. We might check that out. Let's check out what's upstairs first. Any things I can steal? Nope. Oh, ring shop. Do you have any good rings? Oh, you do have some. Right. They're not as good as some of the treasure rings that I found, but they're better than at the previous ring shop. Is basically what I ascertained from a few moments glancing. Train hard and maybe you'll gain access to our ruby equipment. Alright, well, I'm not interested in emerald or ruby equipment because I already have some stuff that's better than that. What do we have over here? The lounge. Let's talk to the loungers. Don't bother a man when he's eating. My apologies, good sir. I will stop playing. Alright, so we played that piano. And what was this place? The owner's residence. Private. Excellent appraiser of talent. And just from the look of you, I believe you do well in the gladiatorial contests. Please accept my hearty encouragement to join us. Famous Gladiators, Volume 4. Let's read them in order. Actually, I don't know that I'm just interested in reading about the famous gladiators right now. Alright, giant magic potion. Terrific. That seems to be everything in the upstairs portion. Oh, this just took us out on the roof. I see, okay. Alright, harmony among the races. It's good to live together. Have you visited the wonders of the engineering laboratories yet? No, I have not. You must visit the laboratories. It's one of the most amazing places in all of Firma. Alright, so there'll be more to explore here in the city. But like I said, we need to finish up the episode, and I would like to participate in the arena. And so I'll go ahead and save right here. And next time, perhaps we'll try sleeping in this bed, fighting in the arena, and talking to the rest of the residents of Wystonia. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day. I'll see you again soon with more Last Dream World Unknown. Bye-bye.